When it comes to video games, nostalgia has always been a point of contention, especially when discussing the favourite game or the best game in a series. Some people have nostalgic memories of certain games in a series and they feel like those ones are good and those are not good. I'm gonna talk about nostalgia in video games, if you couldn't tell by the intro that I just did and the title of the video, because, you know, kids like video games, therefore this video game related video, therefore views, therefore money, therefore good, success.
Okay. You hear very often nostalgia being used in a negative light, a reason to invalidate someone's opinion of a game based on the notion that they only like it because they enjoyed it a long time ago, and not because they have any real argument.
To be blinded by nostalgia is to take the flaws and eliminate them from a game, and also to take the good bits and then blow them up a bit more than you really should. And all that results in just having an entirely unreasonable opinion of a game or a film or whatever. And when people get blinded by nostalgia, it's kind of hard to take what they say seriously. You know, you can't really get a solid recommendation of a person who has a super nostalgia goggle fine PlayStation 4 he can't even see. It's got the horse guards on, he can't see anything other than the best. And if you were to say, buy this game, play it, it's my super nostalgic adventure thing, you will love it. You won't, not necessarily. He may just have had a bit of a rose tint on his eyeballs. So nostalgia isn't very good for reviews. Who knew? But aside from that, I think nostalgia is something you should embrace. It's a good thing. And I know you embrace your nostalgia. You all have those memories of things that you like and you're like, oh yeah, and you choose to hold on to them because those are good. But I'm talking about embracing the nostalgia of other people and taking that into consideration.
You see, most of the time people who use the nostalgia goggles argument aren't using it right. And really, that's to be expected. A lot of these arguments occur on YouTube. I mean, holy shit. You will not find intelligent presence here, ladies and gentlemen. They use the nostalgia goggles argument in place of, you know, cognitive function. You say, I love this game, so nostalgic. And then some other guy comes along and he's like, what? This game sucks. And that's his experience. He's had a bad experience with the game, and therefore hates it. You had a good experience with the game and therefore love it. Neither of you are really correct nor incorrect. Gaming is a little more subjective than other mediums because it involves input from the player, which differs from person to person. Some people just have trouble playing certain types of games and as such will have a bad experience with it, whereas other people may just understand it better and have more fun. The idea that one of you is blinded by nostalgia, or indeed blinded by anything, is silly because both of you are biased towards the game in question due to it being an interactive medium.
I realise I'm basically using the term nostalgia as a catch-all for your experiences of a game, and I guess that's not really the proper usage of the word, but I must have named the video wrong. What did I do?
And if you haven't played the game and been part of that interactive part of the medium, what the hell are you doing voicing an opinion of it? Even if someone you trust told you all about a game, you should take it upon yourself to play it before parroting their opinion all over the place. Because however much you think otherwise, you can't fully experience a game by just being an observer. You gotta play it. I mean, sure, some games are very heavy on the cutscenes, but you're still in some sort of control, and there are paths to take and ways to fail, even in the most limiting games. Except maybe Dear Esther, but even then, I've only heard about that game from Total Biscuit. He says it barely qualifies as a game, but until I've played it, I can't say for certain that he was right. Maybe if I were to play it I'd find it to be good, and indeed a game, but until then it's disingenuous to a certain opinion on it. So I'm not going to, even though I just did. So arguing nostalgia with people is dumb. No one's gonna win, and no one's gonna convince the other. That job belongs to the reviews, which, as I mentioned, nostalgia doesn't mesh with.
But having said that, I still think people's nostalgia should be embraced. If they have like a passion for something that you find absolutely horrible, like this thing, you should just let them like it. It doesn't really hurt anybody. You shouldn't berate them, you shouldn't attack them. They have nostalgia and that's fun. You like your nostalgia, you don't like people telling you that your nostalgic games are wrong. Doesn't even matter if they're right, doesn't matter if they're absolutely correct in every objective way ever, because you don't believe them. You find it completely stupid that people try to tell you that your favourite thing's bad, and likewise you shouldn't do it. Let them enjoy Sonic 06. Let them enjoy PewDiePie. And for the love of all that is holy, let them enjoy the fucking Star Wars prequels. How many years has it been? How many years is it going to take until people who enjoy those movies legitimately are not going to be slandered and thrown rotten fruit at? It's just fucking movies. Who gives a shit? You shouldn't feel the need to tell somebody that they can't enjoy something. It's stupid, especially with the Star Wars things. Some people like Jar Jar Binks. I mean, I know the movies are bad. They probably know the movies are bad to a degree. But if you like it, what's the fucking deal? I hear so much, even now, people saying, if you like the Star Wars prequels, you're not really my friend, you can go fuck off. You can, if I hear you like Jar Jar Binks, people will be like, you still like the movie, I don't actually like you. I don't want to let you into my secret club that I have at the bottom of the garden under a bush. I mean, if I say, Jar Jar Binks isn't that bad, are you gonna give me shit in the comments? Of course you are! Because you're a pathetic piece of shit yourself. You're worse than he is. He's not even real. He's a CG guy with bug eyes and floppy ears. You can't even comprehend that somebody could enjoy something that you find to be horrible. Oh my god, you like Jar Jar? I don't like you. You can't judge someone based on Jar Jar Binks. If you do, die, please. Die. Right now. I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, what does thinking like that amount to? What is your end goal? To have everybody like the things you like and dislike the things you dislike? To be on the same page? Because I'm pretty sure after, thousands of years of human life, human civilization, it's pretty obvious it's not going to happen. Not everybody is ever going to be on the same page, and people still try to force their ideas onto other people. There is never going to be a time ever where everybody is on the same page. It just cannot happen. Just let them like Jar Jar. Who gives a shit? And that goes for the opposite as well. Let people dislike things. You know that game you love, the one that you think is the best in the whole thing, the world? Somebody hates it. Let them. Who gives a shit? That movie that is the best one ever that you've ever seen makes you orgasm every day. Somebody finds it unappealing. Let them. Who gives a shit? That piece of work that you poured your heart and soul into. Somebody could not care less about it. They in fact think you are shit for having made it. Let them think that. Who gives a shit? They're not gonna agree. Not every time. Not everybody. Stop being flippant. And I'm not saying that you should never, argue with anybody, because arguing's fun. But would it kill you for one time out of 50 to just say, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. Instead of attacking somebody for having some sort of opinion that's different from you. Don't even think about it, just let them be, in your eyes, stupid, and forget about it. Well, that was certainly a rant. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get that far off track. I was trying to talk about nostalgia. Nostalgia's good. Maybe I should add something at the end here to make it all nice.
I have nostalgia for this game. It's called Dark Cloud. It's by no means a shit game, but it's not exactly a masterpiece. It has flaws, and it could certainly have been better. But I love it anyway. The thing is, I enjoy it as if I still don't recognize the flaws. The nostalgia brings me back to that time where everything about this game was the best thing ever. And I don't push that feeling away. Because it's a game, I'm supposed to be having fun. There's no reason to stop loving something because you can see how imperfect it is. The way I would describe this relationship is that I have nostalgia for this game, but I'm not blinded by the nostalgia. It just sort of glows, I know it's not the best game, and I wouldn't tell people it's the best game, but I still play it like it's the best game because it's got that special glow that entices me. I see it on the shelf and I'm like, Ah, this game. And I think that's the best relationship to have with a nostalgic game. It's like a glow only you can see, and you shouldn't expect other people to get it. Though, when you meet someone who sees the same glow in the game that you do, it's truly beautiful.